Friends, hello, welcome back. So today we are rebuilding the Buffalo Sabres, who are in a very interesting spot here because we can probably look at least the way the Sabres are playing this year, where they're kind of post rebuilding and now they're on their way to trying to become a playoff contender. I guess you can still say they're kind of in a rebuilding phase because you've got a bunch of young players, but it'll be interesting to see what we have to do with this Buffalo Sabres team here because, like we just mentioned, they got a lot of young players. And of course, they're probably not a team that's looking to say, hey, let's go out there and win a Stanley Cup right now. Let's trade away the house to win a Stanley Cup. They're probably thinking, 2-3 years down the road, that'd be great to do. But we take a look at this team, as we mentioned, Reinhart, Skinner, and Eichel out there on that top line. Looks like Reinhart belongs in his second line. That's the role he's looking for here, surprisingly so. Sherry Middlestad and Johansson are on the second line. Again, depth forward in Middlestad. They do not like seeing Middlestad clear up there at center in this game. As well as the Sabres are doing in real life, we have to keep in mind this team does need rebuilt to quite the extreme here in the video game, at least. Depth forward again at fourth center there. They need a center desperately, it looks like, over there in Buffalo. We got a couple fourth line guys there that belong where they are, but Jurgensen's is the only guy that actually belongs in a role here that's not just like a scratch player. We'll put him there, but we need to find a center, it looks like. So a center is definitely in the makings for these Buffalo Sabres. The defense is actually really solid. Montour, Miller, Ristolainen, Dahlin, both top four defensemen. So we might even be able to switch one of those guys to the second line. Maybe that helps the chemistry. I doubt it, but maybe it helps. Yeah, it actually hurts the chemistry. It does the exact opposite. I was going to say maybe it helps from a standpoint of we balance out that defense a little bit. But actually, let me take a look at that one more time. 81, yeah, it's decent. 81s at the third line are decent. Yokoharu, like I said, they got some young studs over here in Buffalo. Maybe the goaltending, I don't know what Hutton's overall is. Oh, geez, EA, that is rude. Hutton is not that bad of a goalie. In 81? Wow, we have some work to do. We might, for once, look at that. I mean, he had a 907 last year, I guess, but it was Buffalo. He had a 930 the year before. Come on, better than an 81. Maybe like an 83 or something. We have to trade for a goalie, that means. We really don't have a choice but to trade for a goalie, which is next to impossible to do in this game, but we're probably going to have to do it. We can see if we can't, play a few games and not trade for a goalie, but I got a very, very good feeling we are going to have to trade for a goalie. We are in a very, very, very tough spot. Wow, that is all. Oh, it's our centers. Okay, that's all the trade value we have. So yeah, we don't have a lot of trade value. Cousins has some trade value. Ristolainen we can't deal. Tage Thompson actually has a little bit of trade value. Some of these guys that play center have some ridiculously high trade value in this game. But EA did change that this year, which is good because centers are a little bit more valuable than the wingers from a, both sides of the ice standpoint, where the wingers aren't as valuable as the centers. And that's the problem we're going to have here with Buffalo is Buffalo needs centers, so they're going to be valued just a little bit higher here. I mean, I don't know where we go. Like I said, we're trying Yost here. I think that could work just because he's a lower priced guy. That's the thing, too. We can only make so many trades and stay under the salary cap here. We might go ahead and let's do them. I don't want to go Tage Thompson for him. I feel like he's got some value for the future, but you know what? We'll put Tage in there. Tage for Yost, straight up, that might work. Yost being the guy we're looking for right now. Be that third line forward. Oh, we need a second line center, though. That's the difficult problem here. We have a couple of third line guys. Yost, I don't need you. Find somebody else. What about Athenso? I know I say his name wrong, but that's just what I call him. Athenso Thompson. He's an 83. We're giving you something younger. Buffalo could be over the lead. Are you kidding me? Buffalo, who are you paying? I am giving up trying to just acquire a $3 million player, and Buffalo's already over the salary cap. We're going to have some difficulty here. Let's have a little talk here, Buffalo. Who are you overpaying? I already got an idea here, but we'll go ahead and look at it just to talk about it because you are killing this rebuild. Jeff Skinner, there's a start, $9 million a year. Yeah, that's a great idea. Kyle Okposo, $6 million a year. Man has no trade value. Man needs traded. That's who we're walking up through. I'm sorry. I don't care what Kyle Okposo is doing. He's got to go. Oh, wait a minute. Bogosian's in the AHL getting $5 million a year. Even better. What a signing. Good for you, Buffalo. Good for you. That was a good signing. That had to be a good one. It wasn't a signing. Was that a trade? Was that a trade? Is that a trade? There's probably a reason he's down here. We're making that trade, though, baby. What you think about that, Detroit? Yeah, you want you some bogeykins? Trade rejected. Totally willing to click to something in particular. Please consult our trade block. I would like you to consult our trade block, which says take all of our salary cap. So we're going to have to butter these guys' biscuits really, really nice here if we want them to take on this salary. I mean, teams like Toronto had to give up first-round draft picks to burn salary. So I can... Oh, let's go! Yeah, buddy. Athens to the Buffalo Sabres. The thing is, we just made some massive, massive changes to this team. We'll go best lines for now, but the concern here is now we are down a winger as well. Add but subtract, but we had to. If we wanted to improve the centers, we had to subtract the guys that call. Oh, no, we didn't subtract. That's right. We subtracted on the AHL. We dropped Bogosian. I forgot about that. So we actually did keep Okposo. We kept some cap space there. Rodriguez, you are a top 9 potential guy. Middlestat can't go. We already know that. So maybe we get rid of Rodriguez. We put Athenso in there, and you can play right here. You can go here. That did not help the line chemistry, unfortunately. So we still need to work on. Would that help the chemistry? If I did that? No. So I don't know what we're looking for here. The line chemistry thing really confuses me sometimes. I think it's because we have 3 playmakers. Maybe if we get rid of one of these playmakers, which is probably not doable, by the way, because I don't think we have a non-playmaker. We really, really need to see that +1 overall. Help this team out the best we can. We put Okposo on the 4th line. That actually helps there. But we don't really want Okposo on the 4th line. That doesn't seem like a good idea. What about VC there? That's not going to work. Yeah, it might have to be Okposo. If we want the +1, but Okposo's got to play, I think. We're not Okposo the 4th line. We could trade him too. Happily. We're making money moves today. That is way too much. We're talking Joe Pavelski. I don't know if Dallas wants to wheel and deal him, but we got the salary cap to do it now. Maybe we throw a couple of seconds in there that could interest them. And they're like, you know what? I like what you're throwing down here. But we're going to make you retain some salary because we are just tight on his salary. And I have a feeling for trying to get a goalie, we're going to be really, really tight because Olmark's probably on an entry level still. Okposo, trade rejected. A total unwilling part was currently spectator. Please consult this. You're not even in the right city. That was kind of rude. Let alone the ballpark. With what you're offering us, especially when I compare my needs and what you are asking me to send our way. I understand. You want more. Okay, fine. I guess we'll give you. You know what? We're feeling generous. We'll throw in another second. It's like trading with the Blue Jackets here. We just give you everything. Trade is still rejected based on what you're asking to call up. It seems you haven't, so you're better willing to give us something outstanding. I don't see that though. Yeah. I hear ya. You want a first. You want that Buffalo first. What? Undeserved you trade, but we're not going to continue on keeping on. Oh, you want to keep the salary. Okay. All right. We can make this work. What about just you keep $1 million? Yeah. What about that, Dallas? Up in Brazil? No. Okay. All right. Fine. You're not getting a first and a second then. We'll take on that salary, and you're gonna take on no second round pick. What you think about that? Trade rejected. Oh, okay. It takes a second. All right. Is Pavelski worth that? No. Not a chance. Is he worth it? No. Just to clarify, I would never give up a first, a second for Pavelski. Even though we're clearing some cap in Okposo, he's still younger than Pavelski, and we're just doing this for a 1-year build, though, and it has to be done. Joe Pavelski to the Buffalo Sabres, a huge upgrade. As long as he doesn't have some sort of crazy regression this year, that should be a big upgrade. All right, so we got some tinkering to do here. If we put Gergensons as center, Middlestat there, Pavelski here, we can get Athenso up there on the second line where he needs to be. Second line's his role there. That gives us a really good top 6, I think. That's a great top 6. The bottom 6 is clearly still in a sort of struggling kind of manner here. The defense looks good. I think it's going to be the goaltending that kills us, though. I really do think that's going to be the problem here. We'll sim up, like, I don't know, a very small amount of games. See what happens. What happened here? There's no more synergy thing. 4-on-4, 3-on-3. Did they do away with that? Oh, I'm on extras. Duh. Welcome to NHL 20. I'm glad you found the game. All right, Reinhardt, Pavelski, Dahlin, Skinner. Looks perfect. Looks good. We're getting a +1 on the power play. It makes me happy. 4-man there. Eichel, Pavelski, Skinner. Pavelski, sure you take the draws. I say, yeah, looks perfect there. I feel like I'm really saying his name wrong, but I'm gonna keep calling him that. Gergensons, Middlestat, Montour, Ristolainen. That's actually solid for a penalty kill. We have a +3 and a +1. I am not touching that. That stuff looks great. Let's go to sim up a couple games here. I'm afraid to see how this turns out. I can't imagine we're winning a lot of games with an 81 goalie, but At the same time, we've seen lower overall goalies kind of do well in this game before, so it is possible. The only thing is, if he gets streaky, if he starts kind of hot and he cools off down the road, then we're kind of stuck with a goalie at that point in time. But if we have to, we could trade Carter Hutton for a goalie. I guess he might hold trade value. I'm not sure. I didn't really look to see how much he held. We was looking at our skaters. But here we go, start of the season. A fantastic preseason by these Buffalo Sabres, giving up 6 goals to the Penguins, 4 goals to the Devils. Here we go, 6 goals to the Montreal Canadiens. 6 goals or 5 goals to the Panthers. Yes, this is bad. This is not good. You should not be giving up 6 goals this many games, fellas. I would hate to see what our good goaltenders' goals against average looks like right now, but we are going to take a peek. Jeff Skinner, meanwhile, 8 points on 8 games, so that's solid. 2-5-1. That's not those Stanley Cup looking winners right there. I can tell you that much. That is for absolute sure. Take a look here how Carter Hutton is doing. 2-5 with an 871 goals against. Solid, Carter. That's not bad. 4 goals against per game. Let's see if we can find a goalie. This is going to be difficult. Maybe Lundqvist? Would Lundqvist be a... he's too expensive, though. See, we need a cheap goalie we can keep under the cap, and we need him to be good, which is not easy pickings. Wow, and they really bummed up Womark over this year, too. Oh, wow. Only an 80 with no trade value. That's killer. I thought for sure you'd have a little bit of trade value there, so we're going to try Lehner here. It's going to cost us a pretty penny. But it's a pretty penny we're going to have to pay. It's definitely got to be paid here. I know a first isn't enough. We're over the salary cap still. Another problem we're going to run into. Why Buffalo has all these players getting paid right now. It blows my mind. It's all these young studs they got to pay too. Let's see if that'll keep us in better shape there. We are really, really swinging for the fences though. Throwing Lehner out there just like this. Send it. Trade rejected. Total unwilling to trade block you. Yeah, that's perfect. So we have to offer more. I was over here concerned about even giving you that much. And we're going to have to give you more. And we don't really have a choice. If our goalie's going to play like that, we have to make a trade. And we have to try to improve this team. And I don't feel like it's defense. Not when you're rocking that many 80 overalls on defense. I don't think that's a problem. I know that it is, the defense could be better. But these guys are really not willing to make this trade. And that's unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate. Let's take a look here. Some of the changes were made, but yeah, I understand. Okay, yeah, why do you gotta be so difficult? Why? Why you gotta do this to me? They was willing to deal Corey Crawford more than it was Robin Lehner. Maybe we go Crawford. The thing is, Crawford costs more. We can hardly afford Lehner. Now they want to give us Crawford as well. We gotta make this work. This seems like the place to go. It's two teams with our team with 2 goalies. They can afford to let one walk away. The problem is we can't afford to keep him. And that's the thing here with the salary cap issue we're having here. They're going to have to retain close to about 1.8. And that's saying we want to make no further changes the rest of this season. Again, no, 2 seconds and a first for Crawl Dog. They are willing to make that trade. And we'll see if it helps. That's the best we can do here is hope this helps. Because if it didn't, we just wasted all of our assets. And this season's gonna be a bust, but it should work. It really should. I think I have a lot of confidence in Corey Crawford. He's an 86. He's 33, but he's gonna play a lot. 33 is scary, but it's not too old. It's not scary old. I think he'll be consistent. We'll see what he can do here. Definitely need to turn it around in net, and hopefully that helps. 2-5-1 Buffalo Sabres right now. I'm a little bit nervous here. We're down to like 1 first-round draft pick. We normally don't go through this many draft picks, but we're kind of being forced to here with Buffalo. We might even have to put Athenso on the 3rd or 4th line, whose name I still probably ain't saying right. There we go. That's a little bit better. Back-to-back shutouts for Crawford. Welcome to the team. We lost in overtime. 7-5 wins. Still giving up a lot of goals in some of these games, but we're bouncing back. 2-0. That's better. 4-2. That's better too. That's not 6 goals. We'll see what happens playing back-to-back against Tampa. This could be scary, and it was. We won 1 in overtime, though. Splitting those games against Tampa. That's decent. 3-1 loss to Carolina. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. We are losing to teams like Ottawa. Freaking. Oh, wow. Whew, we are struggling. 8-14. So this team is clearly not done getting worked on because 10-15 is probably not going to make playoffs. Beat the Devils there. Facing at Calgary, that's going to be a big fat L. So we're 10-16. We need to open heart surgery this team, and we need to open heart surgery this team real quick. Look at Pavelski, though. 27 points. He's been a good addition. That's all I can say about that. He's been a great addition. 27 points. But again, -6, -14, -14, -10. What is this team doing where they are struggling that much? Is it the defense? Is it the forwards just not scoring enough? Let's take a look at the forwards one more time real quick before we jump out of this and see how they're doing. We have a point per game there. Skinner. That's the second line. That's the second line putting up a point per game. What else can you possibly ask for out of your top 6 there? I know the bottom 6 is probably struggling, but that's going to happen. It's got to be the defense that needs some work. -10, -15. Yoka Haru, the young stud, -15. He's been getting killed back there on defense. Understandably so. He is only 20. He's going to make mistakes. That's going to happen. You know what? It's going to get better, though. It's going to get better, but 27 blocks, 11 giveaways, 8 takeaways. It's kind of bleh. Not a whole lot going there. 1 goal, 2 assists. Again, he's not putting up points by any stretch of the imagination. McCabe is the other guy here. Take a look at your player info. He's got 1 goal and 2 assists as well. Giveaways 8 or giveaways 22, takeaways 8. That is not a good stat line here. Almost triple on the giveaway to takeaway. Block shots 19. Had a much better season the year before, but again, he's 26. What's the stats looking like? What are you looking like? Defensive 1 is 86. Can't win faceoff draws. That's okay though, because we don't need you to do that, McCabe. It's all good. Shot blocking 85, 87 on his stick checking it. Oh, what do we do? I am so confused what to do with this team. It's killing me. Ristolainen. Oh, you can't drop Ristolainen. That's not gonna happen. Sorry. Montour, same story. It's got to be Yokoharu or McCabe, I guess. And we got to look defense. Take a look at the goaltending. See if we can pull goalies up in this stat category here. Crawford, 898 again. But at this point, you have to question if it's just the defense playing terrible in front of them. Could be the forwards, though. We have a lot of playmaking forwards. We don't have a lot of two-way guys, really. We have Pavelski's a two-way guy. Skinner's a sniper. Eichel's a playmaker. Reinhardt's a playmaker. Atkinson's a playmaker. Johansson, Sheary. We just don't have a lot of defensive players. Even our bottom 6, and I think that's the problem too. How's VC? And VC's a -6. How is Olofsson doing? He's a -6 with 5 points as well. That's another guy. I like Olofsson. I don't want to bench him just because of the way he's playing this year, but he's killing us on the 4th line. Played all of 6 minutes a night, so he isn't doing, anything, period. I guess that's a nice way to put that. Teams that, I don't want to mess with the power play, though. The power play's been decent. Or not the power play, but the penalty kill. You'd think the penalty kill is decent, but clearly something's struggling. 16% on the power play, which is very, very bleh. Bottom of the league. Penalty kill is 80%, which isn't bad. Penalty kill isn't bad. The power play needs a little bit of work here. Maybe we can adjust that and help the team out here. I don't know. We got to do something. We got to do something because we are struggling. We are almost halfway through the season, and this is just not the season I was expecting. I thought Buffalo could turn it around. We are bad GMing it. They're not turning it around, and I'm sad. Okay, let's take a look here. Special teams. Pavelski, Dahlin. This is the power play. We move. I like to put Eichel here, Pavelski there. Let's put Skinner here. Let's put Reinhardt up there. Let's put Pavelski on that second line. Pavelski right there to play center. Balance that out a little bit. Reinhardt is Risto back there. Who else can possibly play on a power play on this team? How's Reinhardt doing? 5 for 15 this year. Skinner is 7 for 26. Eichel is 9 for 22, so it isn't terrible. 13 points out of you as well. Pavelski's got 27. He should probably stay on the first line power play unit. See if we can find a better replacement here. How's Olofsson done? Got 5 points. I already mentioned he is not doing the greatest. Look at all skaters here. See what we had to choose from. There's got to be somebody decent laying around here. Eichel, Pavelski, Dahlin. Skinner he's on the first line. No, he can't go there. Maybe Johansson can go out there. He's got 11 points. He's a -14. Not a goal scorer. But, he's a playmaker. That's what he does. Connor Sheary, he's got 10 points. Who are we trying to replace here? Good old Andreas. 7 by 6. It doesn't seem like he's got terrible numbers there. It's just, I don't know what to do. We'll leave it there, I guess, and hope it turns around. We got to find a defenseman first. There really is just no way to put this. We're just boned. We can try Chara. Chara's 2 million. We don't have a lot to choose from here. 2 million. We had to drop some space there. Montour, you're staying. McCabe, you don't have to stay. You're 26. That would be an even trade as far as... Oh, Scandella's laying around here. Oh, nice. Scandella's another guy chilling on the bench. Good for us. No wonder Buffalo's got no cap space. Yeah, he's benching their entire team. Yeah, he's got like 15 million bench players. All right, so Scandella is a top 6 guy, top 6 potential. Maybe we could have slid him in there as well. He's an 80. Yokoharu and McCabe. I'm going to ship McCabe out the door here. And if Yokoharu struggles, then we'll have to consider maybe putting in Scandella there. At least we have backup, guys. We should check out what's his face that's in the minors as well. Bogosian, how's he been doing? So we're going to have to give up probably something decent here, maybe a third. Thankfully, Chara's old. Thankfully, he's on a very short contract. I think he's on a short contract, right? How long has he got left? 1 year. Yeah, I figured he's 42. Trade accepted. Thank you. Okay, that'll work. Go to roster moves. We'll bring Big Dog Chara in here and see what that... Actually, hang on a second. Maybe more roster moves. Let's take a look here at the system. Bogey is... Oh, no, we traded Bogey. Who am I kidding? I'm over here talking about like we can use him. Go to edit lines here. Chara's probably going to play... Oh, we got to put him in a couple spots, it looks like, here. But we're going to play him right here for now. We'll put you right there. Shooting all lines. Beautiful. That actually got us a +1 there, too. That's a big help. Montour and Miller. Maybe that's why your second line... I mean, we're in the 80s, but we're in the black kind of 80s, like 82, 81 range. If we put Chara there, Risto, Miller, Yokoharu, and Montour, that looks great. Maybe that'll help this team a little bit of depth, per se. Let's take a look at Yokoharu one time. -15. I don't know how long I can put up with that, Yoko. I'm just going to throw it out there. We'll give you a very, very short leash, and we're going to go out there and put in our $4 million defenseman that gets to sit on the bench all night. That's got to be the life. $4 or $5 million a year in the NHL just to do nothing. Not even play. Here we go, Buffalo. This is it. This is the time we turned around. We're 10-16. The season's about to improve, starting with a win over Vancouver and Edmonton and the Blues. There's the win streak, baby. 4 in a row. Big Daddy Chara in there bringing some leadership to this team. 2-1 victory over the Leafs. 3-2 over them Flyers. 4-1 over the Kings. Boys are hot. One little addition. Can we beat your old team, Chara? Yes. Not once, but twice. This Buffalo team just ripped off a ridiculous amount of wins, and they're not done yet. The win streak continues. Finally, the St. Louis Blues knock off these Buffalo Sabres. They'll only take one little pickup in Chara, and this team ripped off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 15. 12 out of 13 if you want to be technical here. Buffalo doing exactly what we needed there, though. Ripping off a bunch of dubs. Team's starting to improve. Perfect. The win streak continues. All of a sudden, Chara comes along. It's all she wrote. It's all she needed. We're holding the goals down, too. That's important. Crawford's starting to get his legs under him. He's looking good. Lost to Montreal, lost to Ottawa. Those are big losses. Picking up that win over there in Columbus, though. Making sure the win streak or losing streak doesn't extend too long. That is important here. Picking up 2 more losses there. We're going to go ahead and sim it up until about the trade deadline, I guess. We have nothing to lose here. Yeah, we're looking come trade deadline, 30-22. That should be playoff bound. Very, very tight if it's not. Big win against Detroit. Overtime loss against Columbus. Getting a point, though. That's all that matters. Losing to that division rival Leafs. Finally beating Ottawa. It seems like Ottawa's had our number all season. Can we beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh? That's a tough place to play. And the win did happen. Buffalo, 33-24. I'll take a look at the standings. See how the team's doing. Everything's looking good right now, though. Quite the turnaround for the team. It was about 8 games below 500. We're about 9 games above it now. And found ourselves inside a wild card spot as well. Look at Ottawa. Losing to Ottawa, but they're actually doing good. Got the goals for at 2.72, but the goals against is down to 3.03. I think it was, 3.2, 3.3. It was really bad. The power play's improving. Good for Buffalo there. Take a look at the points here real quick. Pavelski's having himself a season. Doing on the second line, doing it too. 32 by 30. Eichel's got to pick it out. 15 for 37 right now. 52 points. He's got a +4, though. The team's getting a plus-minus this turnaround. It was just a rough start. Johansson, no, buddy. -18, -19 for Shiri. That line is still struggling mightily, it looks like. -21 for Yokoharu. He's struggling as well. That's got to be the guy, I think. We got to give Scandella a chance, I think, to play, because Yokoharu is just struggling. Every time he's out there, he's still giving up goals, period. We'll give good. I think it's Scandella. Is that who it was? Scandella, I believe that's who it was. I don't remember his name if he was starting for the boys, but he's not. He's about to be, though. Rest of the team's doing good. I don't think we messed with anything else. I want to keep Yokoharu in. He needs that time to play, but maybe the defensive defenseman helps this team out here in Scandella. And I think that's all we talk about here. Olofsson, Sherry. Sherry's on the 4th line with a -14. That is not good. That is not good at all. I might have to drop Sherry here if that's a guy to drop. Johansson as well. This second, Johansson should not be a -17 and a minus. That's crazy. -17 and -18 out of our second liners. That's killer as well. That's their role. Play the second line. We're going to have to try to make that work, I think. I mean, not necessarily could bump VC up, I guess, but it was a rough start to the season for these fellas. Maybe a little turnaround. I think the thing is to have 3 playmakers. I have 1 2-way forward. All right, here we go. Jordan Staal, 4 years left for Carolina. He's a 3rd line guy. He can play 3rd line. He's got the 3rd line scoring line forward in him. He's a plus on the season, more importantly. 39 points in 61 games. Maybe the guy we need. Is he worth the 1st round pick? Absolutely not. But, you know, it's EA, so we got to do. And they said, no, we're totally going to play with particular, and it's giving us in particular. Does not sound interesting. We have to make this work. I feel like we're going to make one last move. This is the move. It's a lot of moves for this Buffalo team, but I think we have to make this work just to get this team over the hump there. Maybe to help us on the defensive side a little bit. We're going to throw another first round in there just because we can, because EA said so. And they are like, nah, I would never take 2 firsts for Jordan Staal. Why would anybody want 2 firsts for a guy like Jordan Staal? What about 3? I didn't even know you could go this far down the list. At this point in time, I'm just willing to make the trade just to make it happen. I know it's an unrealistic trade, but at the end of the day, it's unrealistic for them to actually expect 3 first round draft picks for Jordan Staal. So it just, you got to do what you got to do. Let's see if we can make some space in here, and hopefully Staal can help propel this team. I think it's going to be Connor Shear we take out of the lineup here. We'll see where we can put Staal in. He wants to be a two-way forward type of guy. We'll put you there. Stack can play here. That helps the third line at least. I'm still concerned about this Marcus Johansson line. I don't like it. I really do not like the way these guys are playing. Pavelski obviously cannot go there. Jordan Staal is meant to be where he is. We'll see if that helps that line right there in particular. Middlestat, Gergensen. Who's got the better face-off rating out of you two? 70. And yeah, Gergensen, you go there. That's better. I'll put you guys there on the fourth line and see if you can make something happen there. As far as the special teams, we'll make sure we got that properly set up here. The penalty kill should feature Jordan Staal, and it does not. Okay, we'll take out Middlestat, I think. Yeah, I'll take out Middlestat, and we'll put Staal there. He can take the draws. That should help that out. Oh, what? A +5? Holy, I didn't even know that was possible. How do you do that? Everybody at 2-way? Is that the secret for +5? Holy cow. How do I get a +5 on his starters? Sign me up. Let me do some tinkering here. I'll be back. Jeez. That is nuts. I don't think it's going to work for our forward lines. We got to learn the secret to that. We won't lose a game ever again. Good luck on not killing or getting a goal on our penalty kill. That is crazy. Here we go, though. This is it. The hand has been dealt. All we can do is play it now because we're going to run the rest of this sim up. I said run. I meant to run. Run the rest of the sim up going into playoffs. There's a victory. 4-0 shutout. Big win there. Point against Vegas. Breaking news. The Nashville Predators have fired head coach. Oh, good for them. See you later, Shirley. 4-2 win over there. 6-2 loss. That's a lot of goals to be given up. 2-1's not a lot. Okay, not this type of March. Please, thank you. Win the back-to-back. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Need to beat Carolina. I'm pretty sure that's a tough team to be playing in a playoff spot as well. And we picked up both wins. Much needed. A victory over Chicago would help as well. Montreal, 2-game losing streak. Not what I'm looking for. There's a victory. We're currently in a division spot, though. Second place in the division. Oh, that is us. Sabres making some noise to end the season, finishing second in the division. Good for Buffalo. We just turned this team upside down, though. You got no future, Buffalo. All of your first-round draft picks are gone for about the next 6 years. The good thing is you still got Jack Eichel. And a lot of other good players to go along with it, I guess. But no future. Sorry. Trade them all away. 96 points, though. Decent. 95 out of the Panthers. That's who we're going to see in the first round. Now, Lightning, only 90 points. Really, that is kind of surprising. You took a look at it. 2.79 goals per game. Still not very high, but the goals against got under 3. That's good to see because we were struggling. The power play was up to 21, improved dramatically throughout the year. The power or penalty kills getting better as well. 81.3% there. Thankfully. That's what we needed. We'll see how this team did on the season now. 78 out of Pavelski, 74 out of Eichel, 66 out of Skinner, 65 out of Reinhart. Jordan Staal only ended up -2 on the third line, 42 points. I think he did all right there. He did what he was asked of. Ristolainen -9, -2 out of Middlestat. Johansson to the -21. The guy just needs to quit playing, dude. Do I really want to bench him, though? Shake things up this time of the year? I think it has to happen. Every time he goes out there, a goal goes in the back of the net for the other team. We're going to swap him and VC. We'll see what happens there. I don't like that because you're putting a younger guy, the 80 overall, up there, but it seems to be something that has to be done because Johansson can't stop not playing no defense. He's just enjoying himself not playing defense. We'll see what happens here. Florida in round number 1. Big loss in game 1. Big win in game 2. Series split heading over to Florida. Got to take one of these, I think. We definitely do. And we lost game number 3. Might not make it out of the first round. Maybe that was a bad decision putting BC up there. Lost 5-4. I can't blame it all on BC. Here we go. Win or lose. All right. Still have hope over here. Going back to at Florida. Game 6 is an overtime heartbreaking loss to the Florida Panthers, the Buffalo Sabres. I can't believe it. I think it was just tough. We got dealt a team, to be quite frank, we got dealt a 75-point team. Like, overall wise, we was dealt a team that just so much had to be changed to make this team better. I thought we did a pretty good job. I really did. I thought we did a pretty good job. We picked up a goalie to help us out. I think we improved the second, third lines a little bit there. Picked up Chara as well. You know, he's older. He's not going to be a long-term guy for the team. But he does go out there, and Boston Bruins win a Stanley Cup. But he goes out there and brings a veteran presence. And more importantly, goes out there and helps his team win games for the year that we need him. And that is all we needed was this 1 year. But unfortunately, this team could not get the job done. We'll go ahead and take a look, though, see if we brought any hardware home. I'm assuming not. Didn't see anything too hot out there. Art Ross going to Connor Mickey D's. Same with the Memorial. Norris going to Carlson. Kuznetsov, Lady Bing. Carter Kakko. Conn Smythe, Pasternak. And then Hellebuck and Hellebuck again. Mastodon Alexiak. Reasoner. Jack Adams. Good for him. Kopitar. Selke. That Lindsay, and then the Ovechkin went to the Maurice Richard, aka the Maurice Richard went to Ovechkin. Depends how you look at it. Otherwise, though, that concludes this video. If you guys enjoyed it, big thumbs up, subscribe, appreciate it, never required. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.